Hey, what's up? Chef Ryan Clark with Casino del Sol. If you're watching this video, you probably have a couple bags of groceries in front of you. And that's thanks to the Moonchild Foundation and Safeway Foods. Our partnership with them put together these amazing recipes that you can cook at home right now. We've broken it down into two sections. One is chicken and dumplings, which is a delicious recipe that I make with my family, and then also a chicken pozole verde, which I make with my family also. Got a little bit of spice to it. Both recipes are very simple to make. They're one-pot cookery, so you don't have to get a bunch of dishes dirty, and you can get the family involved. So I hope you guys try these out, eat healthy, and stay healthy. All right, let's get started on our first recipe, our chicken and dumplings. So we have some vegetables here we need to cut up. We have celery, our carrots, and garlic. So what I'm gonna do is peel the carrots, and I'm gonna dice everything about the same size, and I'm gonna mince up the garlic. All right, so got some of our vegetables cut up. Add a couple tablespoons of olive oil to a pan, about medium-high heat here. First thing we're gonna do is add our carrots and our celery. We're gonna reserve our garlic off to the side. And as these start to cook, we wanna season it. So we're gonna add some salt, a little bit of pepper. Got one onion here. I'm gonna remove the ends and take off the skin. And we'll get this diced up and we're gonna add it in. We're gonna let this saute for about 6-7 minutes until it gets translucent and starts to break down. The next step of this is we're gonna dice up our chicken thigh. All right, so while that's sauteing, we're gonna dice up our chicken thigh here. You can remove the fat if you like, but it does have a lot of flavor. So what we're doing is we're dicing these in about 1-inch pieces. We're gonna add in our garlic now, about 2 tablespoons. Let that cook about 3 or 4 more minutes. All right, so our vegetables are cooked down a little bit. Smell amazing. We're gonna add in our chicken thigh. It's the 1 pound of chicken thigh. Start to stir that in. Now we're gonna top it off with some chicken broth. So this is 32 ounces of chicken broth. We're gonna bring this up to a boil and then drop it down to a simmer. And we're gonna start working on the dumplings. Next, we'll put together our dumplings. So I've got 1 cup of all-purpose flour in the mixing bowl already. I'm gonna add a little salt and pepper to season it. Now we're gonna add in our eggs. So we're gonna start with 3 whole eggs. And then we're gonna do 1 egg yolk. So to do that, we're gonna basically move the yolk back and forth until the egg white's removed. And we'll add just the yolk in. Just break up the yolks and kind of start to whisk this together. And this will come into a nice little dumpling dough. We don't wanna overwork it. So once it all comes together and looks nice and smooth, that's exactly what we want. All right, it's perfect. So we're just gonna let this set for a little bit and hydrate while our stew kind of comes up to a simmer. And once it gets up to that boil, we'll drop it down to a simmer. We're gonna add our dumplings in. All right, so we're at a boil right now. So we're dropping this down to a simmer. Once you start to see those bubbles, what I like to do is get a spoon, dip it in the hot liquid, and then you're gonna go right into your dumpling mixture and then drop the dumplings in one at a time. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop all these in. It's good to pick a hot spot in the pan where you can see the bubbles coming up. That way your dumpling doesn't break up too quickly. And don't make them too large. The smaller the better. You have more dumplings and they cook evenly, a little bit quicker as well. So I'm gonna get all these going. All right, so we got our last dumpling in there. Still at a nice simmer. So we can just lightly move this around. And that's it. We're gonna let this cook for about 25-30 minutes and then we're gonna taste it and finish the dish. So last part of this dish is a little bit of lemon. So if you want, you can use some of the zest and zest it over. If you don't have a zester, you could peel the lemon and just dice it up really finely. What I like to do is cut this in half. I'm gonna squeeze the juice in as well. So the juice of 1 lemon. And the last thing we wanna do is taste it. So we'll stir that in, get a little taste of the broth. Wow, it's amazing, it's full of flavor. So we can go ahead and serve this up. See the big dumplings in there, the chicken and the broth, all the vegetables. Again, I want to thank you for trying out this recipe, our chicken and dumplings. Very healthy and delicious. I want to thank the Moonchild Foundation for helping put this together and of course Safeway Foods. Stay healthy out there.